Hello people and welcome to my channel, and in today's video I'm doing a bit of a different kind of video than I usually do. Usually I talk about books, and today I want to talk about another hobby that I'm trying to get into, which is running. So I did a running challenge in September and I challenged myself to run a 5k run at the end of September. So I wanted to do from 0 to 5k in a month. Well, in this video I will be showing you if I made it, how I made it, what I did, and how it went for me and what I feel like after this. So let's first get into the why of it all. Why would I want to run 5k? Well, it's because I want to be healthier, and running is a very good way to get healthy. I've tried going to the gym multiple times and it never works because I really hate going to the gym. I don't like doing the exercises. I don't like being at the gym. I don't like anything about it. And I've tried doing workouts at home, which I don't really keep up because I also don't really like doing that. And I remember from high school when we had PE class, we ran a lot in PE class, and I remember that I actually quite enjoyed that. Now that I live in a more rural area with a lot of nature around me, I thought it would be very nice to run and be able to enjoy the views while running, and yeah, enjoy the physical activity from running. So that's why I wanted to start this. And why, you might ask, do you want to do 5k in a month? Well, I don't know, I'm delusional, and I think challenging yourself in a way can actually give you motivation to do something. And also choosing to do 5k in a month gave me a goal, which I could then plan out exactly what I needed to do to get to that goal, and that made it easier to actually keep up with my running, and it gave me motivation to go and run, because I would think, well, if I don't go today, I cannot make my goal at the end of the month. So what I did, I went online and looked for a schedule from 0 to 5k, and I could only find rosters where it was from 0 to 5k in 6 weeks. So I just kind of adjusted those schedules to fit into a time frame for 1 month. And I am not me if I do not put too much pressure on myself and set too high a standard for myself. So that's what I did this month as well. So let's just look at how that went for me, okay? So day 1, I'm just gonna go walk for a minute and run for a minute. I repeat that sequence 10 times. And I'm very curious about how it will go. I'm a bit nervous. It feels a bit scary. People can see me running as well. Yeah, it's a bit scary for me as well, but we're gonna do it and we're gonna persevere. Look at my face. But I made it. I did 10 times 1 minute running, 1 minute walking, except in between, after the 5th time running, I got a stitch in my side, so I decided to do 2 minutes of walking and then run again, and that worked. I made it all the way and I'm exhausted, and I think I was realizing this while I was running. I should have had some breakfast before I went, because I feel weak. I also should have drank more water before I went, because I think I only drank like a few cups of tea and nothing else over the course of 4 hours. And I'm very thirsty now. Should have worn something different because this sweater is very warm. But at least I know these things now for tomorrow. And that's good, because tomorrow is gonna up the antics already. Well, you're not gonna make 5k in a month without some hard work, I guess. Today I'm going to run 2 minutes followed by a 4-minute walk. and I believe I have to repeat that only 3 times. Well, I remember yesterday running for 1 minute. The first time was easy, but the second time and the third time it got more hard. I think the first time will be not easy, but I will make it easy, kind of easily. I don't know if the second time and the third time will be as easy for me. I'm going to take my dog with me today as well, so I'm curious to see how that will go. By the way, I wanted to update you about yesterday as well. I've got a tiny bit of a muscle ache in my legs, but it's minimal, and yeah, I'm gonna be able to just ignore that for today's run. I believe it's not that bad, it's tiny. And also I didn't stretch yesterday after I went for a run, so I'm going to be sure to do that today. I've also already eaten, so I hope that will make a change for today as well. And I'm going to chug down a glass of water before I go on my run. Hopefully I don't have to pee in the middle of running, but we will see. As you can see, I just came back from my run. I'm red like a tomato again. I took my dog Hooe with me on my run today, and it went okay, but it isn't as easy. It's not super handy to do it. We encountered another dog that Hooe wanted to play with, but it does mean that I didn't run 2 minutes straight for 4 times. So that's a bummer, but it's okay because I think altogether I still ran more than what was necessary. I didn't feel weak. I could have made it the full 2 minutes, I feel like, but it was pretty hard. Not gonna lie. To you it may sound like not a lot of time, 2 minutes to run, but for me it's a very long time, and I just about made it. But what helped was the 4 minutes of walking in between, because then I could rest enough so I could do it again. Today I have to run for 2 minutes and then walk for 3 minutes, and repeat that 5 times. Yesterday I had a lot of muscle aches from running, but it subsided again today, so I think I should be able to do this today. It's been like 20 minutes and I'm still red, so red. So day 3 was a success. I finished it without any hiccups. It was pretty hard to do the 2-minute run. The first time was pretty easy, the second time was okay, the third time it was getting harder, and I looked at my phone and then there's 30 seconds left, and then I'm like, oh, get it over with. And the fourth time was even more like that, and the third time was so hard. After only 1 minute of running, I was like, I need to stop, but I kept going and I kept going, and what really helped was, so if there was a minute left, I was like, okay, I have to keep running. It's such a long time that I still have to run, so just get over it and run. And then if there was only 20 seconds left, I just counted back from 20 in my head, and that really helps. My calf muscles are really sore, so I hope that that wears off before tomorrow, because that will be day 4 of this challenge. So I forgot about breakfast, so I just ate breakfast, and it's 10 past 10 and I have to go and run, but as I just ate, I feel like I should let it digest a little bit. But also it's getting hotter and hotter, and I can't keep Hooe, my dog, in his crate for forever. I'm gonna go sit for 5 minutes and then I'm going to go get changed, and then I will go on a run. And I'm a little bit worried about today, because I have to do 2 minutes of 2 minutes of running and then 2 minutes of walking, and then repeat that 7 times. But I remember yesterday I did 5 times 2 minutes of running, 3 minutes of walking, and that was already very challenging. So I feel like even though it's just 2 more times than it was yesterday, the walking time in between where I can rest and regain my strength is way shorter. So I am definitely worried, and my calf muscles are, they feel like they're about to burst. So that doesn't help my worrying. I'm back home after my run, and I wanted to update you. The second run didn't go as smoothly as the first one, and by the end of the second run I had to really slow down my pace. And then the third run, I was jogging, but it was at a walking speed, so I was just kind of waddling. By my third run and in the walk after that, my left leg was kind of giving out on me, only for a microsecond. So, but it did it a few times, and yeah, that's not a good sign, is it? I did go for a fourth run after that, but after just a little bit over a minute, I had to stop running. And after that, I was fully feeling like, okay, I'm just gonna walk out this 2 minutes for the run section, then walk another 2 minutes, and then I'm just going to run again. But my legs were not having it, and I ended up just walking all the way back home. So yeah, I did not make it, but I did do my very best. But yeah, my legs are hurting. When I got back home, it was so painful. I could hardly walk. I am so glad I even made it back home. You know, at the end of the day, I do have to listen to my body, and if I were to do the other runs, I probably would have fallen down, and my legs would probably not recover in a day. I decided to have another rest day for my legs because they're hurting very much, because yesterday we did some work in the garden, and yeah, my legs didn't really rest that much. They're still hurting quite a lot. This morning when I woke up, they were hurting way more than they are now. But yeah, I felt like it would be better to rest for another day and then run on Friday and Saturday instead of Thursday and Friday. I'm going to go on a run right now, and today I have to do 3 minutes running, 2 minutes walking, 5 times. And it's gonna be 30 degrees today, so it's 9, so it should be fine still, but I'm kind of worried. And also my legs are still, my calves basically are still hurting after 2 rest days. Well, I did go on a long walk yesterday night, so maybe that's probably why. But yeah, we're just gonna see how far we can go today. I thought maybe I could do today in the morning and then tomorrow at night, so the time in between for me resting my legs will be the most. We will see. Maybe tomorrow, maybe I'm gonna be fine. I'm just worried about nothing. We will see. I will update you once I am done running today. Oh, look at the difference. So I made it. Yes, I did. Well, I basically made it. After the third run of 3 minutes, I walked for 3 minutes instead of 2. But apart from that, I made it. Yeah, it felt good to be able to do it. So yeah, the 3 minute running was easier on my legs than the walking in between was. When I was walking, that's when I really felt my legs, and right now they're hurting so much. But I'm going to take a shower. I have to leave in about half an hour as well, so hopefully my face will calm down. The 3 minute running was hard. It was definitely hard, but it wasn't, you know, I was able to do it. So I'm hopeful that tomorrow I will be able to do the 5 minute run. Also, normally the run is about 2.7 kilometers, and today it was 3.2. So it's also about half a kilometer further. We're going upward. Good morning. It's Saturday, it's 9:20. As I said, it's hot. It's pretty hot outside, at least it's going to be. So right now it's probably about 15 degrees. Well, no, it's getting to 20 degrees right now. which is manageable, right? I'm gonna go for my 6th run today, and I managed to realize that something you should do before running is stretching. So I looked up the best stretches to do before a run, and I'm going to do those now. And the first one on the list was lunges. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I can feel the stretch. Okay. So today I'm gonna have to do 5 minutes of running, and that 3 times. And I believe between the running is a 3-minute walk. That's pretty nerve-wracking for me because it's pretty far. The farthest that I've run, the longest consecutive minutes that I run now is 3, which was yesterday, and now my calves muscles are pretty, I also had to do this one, are pretty sore. I'm a bit worried about if I'm going to make it. Like, I'm not that worried about my stamina, although I am worried about that too, but I'm mostly worried about if my legs can actually take it. I just came back from my run and I just plopped on the couch. It didn't go very well. I did the first 2 rounds of 5 minutes running, so I guess that's pretty okay actually. But yeah, after that my legs just hurt so much, and I actually sat down on a park bench after my second run. I walked for 2 minutes and then I reached the park bench and I sat the fuck down, which probably was not the best thing to do, but I felt like I had to do it. So yeah, I did that, and then I got up after about a minute, and then I walked for another minute, and then I started running again. Yeah, and I could only run for a minute and a half, and it's not for lack of stamina, which is something that surprises me. I don't know if it surprised you, but it is surprising me. It's my legs are the ones that cannot keep up. After that I started walking again for half a minute, and then I started running again, but that only lasted for about 10 seconds, and I walked back all the way home. And I am so glad that I made it, because at one point there I thought I was not going to get back home. During my walk I had a long think, and I think it's best to take 2 rest days instead of 1 right now, and then just skip the Monday challenge part. Just skip that and jump straight to Tuesday, so that way I can have 2 rest days, then 1 day of running, and then have a rest day straight away again, and hopefully that will give my legs enough rest. Also, I should probably do some research on stretching and how you can prevent most of this. Good morning, today's Thursday, and I haven't been running for a while. The last time I went was Saturday, and I should have been going on Tuesday, but I didn't feel well at all, and I didn't feel well again yesterday, so I'm going today, which also means that I'm only doing 2 runs this week. So I thought I should eliminate the easiest run of the week and also the second to hardest run, just to have that progress still, but also kind of ease into it. My legs are feeling fine. I think it was a good thing to have some extra days off, because Sunday and Monday I still had more than 10,000 steps, so I didn't really give my legs a rest. But yesterday and the day before I didn't do much because I wasn't feeling well, so my legs are rested now. And I'm going to do 4 minutes of a run, 2 minutes walking, and repeat that 4 times. Good morning, it's Saturday and I'm going to go on my, I believe it's the 8th run today. And we're over halfway done with this challenge actually, which is kind of crazy. I did not expect the time to go by that quickly. I did not update after my last run, so it went very well. I made it all the way through, but something that did happen was that within the first few steps of running, my legs started to hurt. So two things could have been going on there. First of all, I forgot to do a warming up because I'm stupid. And second, my shoes might be the problem because they're very old shoes. I did not want to buy new shoes for something I was going to try out, because a lot of times I buy stuff to try something out and then I don't keep doing them, and then I've bought so many things for nothing. So I wanted to wait a little bit, but if I feel like it's going pretty well. I'm doing all the challenges. I mean, I missed a day, but you know, that happens and it shouldn't get me down. And something else I haven't talked about yet is that I actually really enjoy running. So I feel like this might be something that I am going to keep up. And so I ordered new shoes. I just typed in running shoes in Google, and one of the first things that popped up were just this basic Nike black shoes that were on sale, and they were only 45 euros. So I thought, okay, I can justify this purchase. So they should be arriving today, but I'm not gonna wait for that. I'm just going to go on my run now. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to make sure I'm going to do a warming up today, and the challenge for today is a 8-minute run and then a 5-minute walk, and I have to repeat that only twice. And I'm pretty worried because the farthest I've run this far is 5 minutes, and I was able to make that, but I feel like 8 minutes is so long. But we're going to persevere, we're going to do it, and hopefully I will make it. These are my current running shoes, by the way. As you can see, they're worn out, they're old, and yeah, time for new ones. I made it. The first 8 minutes, I made it. I'm very happy about that, and hopefully I'm going to make the other 8 minutes as well. But right now I'm just walking to catch my breath and regain my strength, and then I'm going to try for the second time. Oh, I'm so happy about it. Hey everyone, I'm going running today at 4:30. It's 4:30 right now. I haven't ever ran at this time. I'm curious to see how it is. I'm wearing my new shoes. There they are. Hope you like them. Today we're gonna go 4 times 5 minutes on, 2 minutes off. Last time I made it, I only had to do 2 times 8 minutes, and I'm very glad to have made it. I was very happy that I was able to do it. So today, let's see if I can do 4 times 5 minutes and then only 2 minutes in between, but I don't know. I believe in myself. I think I can do it. Hopefully it's not too warm right now. I usually go in the morning because then it's not as warm, and when I started this there was a heat wave going on, and today it's still warm, but it's definitely not as warm as it was. So yeah, let's go. It's Wednesday and today I'm going to do a 4K run, and it says to walk as needed. So I am pretty nervous for this one because I have never run 4K. All the times that I go on a run, it's always somewhere between 2.8 until 3.2k. So 4k is far, and I don't know. Also, the thing is, if you have like a set goal, like you run 8 minutes and then walk 5 minutes and then run it is clear to you. You have to run 8 minutes and there is a clear goal. And I am afraid that if that's not the case, that I am going to not make many running miles. I'm afraid that I cannot run that far if there's not a set boundary, and I'm not going to run 4k. I already know that. Also, I don't know how far 4k is. So there's not a specific route that I could take, which I know is going to be around 4k. So I have something in mind, but it might be too far. It might not be far enough. So all worries in my head, and I'm going to just do it. I didn't film anything about this run, but it was supposed to be a 10-minute run and then a 4-minute walk, and then repeat that twice. Yes, that was what it was supposed to be. So I remember that my husband came with me and our dog came with me as well, and that just really threw me off for some reason. I couldn't get into that focus, so I didn't make it at all. I didn't do at all what I was supposed to do that day. So I ran a little bit, but not much, and it wasn't a good run. And by this time, I decided that 4 runs in a week wasn't that good of a plan, because I needed rest days because my legs were hurting every time. So I decided that I would do 3 runs a week. Eliminate the run that was not the easiest run, but a run that was almost the easiest. So like the easiest one would stay, and then the second to easiest one I would eliminate, and then the other 2 more harder runs I would still do. So that was my plan from this point onwards. Also because I skipped a few days of running because I was feeling sick, physically sick, just, you know, a little cold, but also I was quite mentally not in the right place. So that should have been a great time for me to go on a run, but I didn't. So yeah, I had to change my plans because I was getting worried about making the 5k at the end of the month at this point. And today I'm going to be doing a 4.5k run, and I'm going to take my dog and my husband with me again. I'm not very well, but I still have to do a lot of updates about the runs from last week, which I haven't done yet. So I'm just going to go do this run, and then afterwards, once I'm ready, I'm going to talk about the runs that I have done in the previous week. Now, I didn't end up filming an update about the runs that I did, but I did keep notes about my runs, so I still know how it went. So the last 2 runs, so the previous 2 runs, my husband went with me, and also I was in a very bad place mentally, so it didn't go well at all. I couldn't keep my focus on the running, and I just couldn't keep running. So I walked most of the way for both those runs. So yeah, the last part of September didn't really, there should have been a lot of training in the last weeks of September so that I could do the 5k more easily than I end up doing. But you know, life happens and these things happen, and I did go out a few times, so at least there's that. Good morning. Today's the day that I'm going to run 5k, and well, it is not September 30th. It is the 2nd of October, and I wanted to run September 30th and do 5k, but I was just not having a good time. So I'm still not having a good time, but I thought, well, it keeps being in the back of my mind, and also I do know that running does help you feel better. So and I have experienced that already from the few runs that I've done now. So I thought, let's just do it. So today's the day that I'm going to do the 5k, and I'm not going to be able to run the entire way. I already know I will not be able to do that. Is it my fault? Yes, but it's not because it's not for lack of trying. It's because I set a way too big expectation of myself, but that's just my life. Yeah, my expectations for myself are always too high, but I am going to, run as much as I can and go 5k, a little bit of walking, a little bit of running. And one thing I did do is start running, and I have been doing this for an entire month, and I think it's my plan to keep on doing this for, maybe for forever. So my plan for the next month is to get to keep going this 5k route, and in the end of October I want to be able to run the entire 5k. But for now we're just going to go this route and see how much of it we can run, how much of it we will have to walk, and in the end how quickly I can do this. What will my time be? And then that way we have something to compare at the end of October, how far I've come. So let's just go. I already did a warming up. My hair is tied back and I am dressed. Oh, by the way, I got myself a new set for running. This is Gymshark, and I got the brown because I'm a fall girly. What can I say? I also got a top, and also got one with long sleeves, but the top is too small and the long sleeves is too warm for right now, because even though it is October, it's still 20 degrees outside. So hopefully that goes away quickly and I can wear the top with the long sleeves with it, because I tried it on and it is very much like the Totally Spice suit. So also want to get the green one so I can fully be Sam. But for now I'm just wearing the pants, the leggings, and they feel really great. Let's go do the final 5k run and see how far we can go. I did it. I ran, well, I didn't run for 5k, but I ran most of it. The app that I use to track my runs, it measures how fast I go average per minute, and this was also the fastest run that I did. So that means that I probably, well, definitely ran more than that I walked. So I'm very proud of that. And I started running, and the first 1.5k I kept on running, and I felt like I could have maybe run a little bit more than that, but I felt like, well, I have to do 5k, so probably should take it a little easy. And after that I walked and I ran and I walked and I ran, but I didn't run a full 1k after that. But I did run a lot, and I did also walk quite some as well. But yeah, I'm very proud of myself for what I accomplished today. And for the next month, I will be just doing this particular route. Maybe 2 to 3 times a week, and hopefully by the time it's Halloween I can fully run 5k, but I will let you know if that happens. In the meantime, I'm sweaty, I'm thirsty, and I should get a shower, get something to drink, maybe eat something, and I will gather my thoughts, and I will film an outro for this video as well. And in that I will explain more in depth everything that I've experienced and everything that I feel and how it went. And I will see you then. So you've seen me go through the month, and you've seen how everything went for me, and let's now talk about how I feel at the end of the month. What I have learned, if I will keep this up, and was it fun for me? So you saw that I wasn't able to make the 5k at the end of the month. I did go for the run, and I did run for quite a bit, but I also walked a lot in the last 5k run. At the end of the day, it was one of my it was the best time. I ran the fastest on average on this 5k, which means that I ran more than I walked in all the other runs. So there was progress. I just didn't make my goal entirely, which was to be expected, because I really did set a too high goal for myself, and I kind of set myself up to fail, but I'm used to that. So, but I wouldn't recommend doing that because it can kill your motivation very quickly, and you need to at least have realistic expectations of yourself, so that you can also feel good about yourself when you do make the goals that you set for yourself. So I will try to do that in the future. This is really something that I am working on, trying to set realistic expectations for myself. And I say this right after I filmed my October TBR, which is 10 books. So I'm not doing well in that department, but I am also very good at making light of the situation. So if you want to try this out, if you want to run or do any other type of goal for yourself, make sure that it's a realistic goal that you set for yourself, because that will just help you so much more in the future and in this endeavor, and you will probably be able to be better at the thing that you're trying to do than if you have too much and too high of expectation of yourself. So do I think running 5k is attainable? It very much is. It might actually be very attainable for people who are already runners, or who have already started running, or who already do other types of sports, to get that in a month. It's probably very possible. I would say 6 weeks is probably a better place to start. Instead of doing a month, do 6 weeks. And if you're really out of exercise, maybe 2 months is better. And this looks different for everyone. And it's okay that things take longer for some people than others. You will have to be kind to yourself, and as I said, if you set realistic expectations for yourself that are curated to you and your body and your lifestyle, it's just going to be more sustainable and give you the results that you want, instead of the results that are going to be frustrating for you. So for me, in my case, I was not fit at all. I was out of breath so quickly, and but one thing that I did have was I go on walks every day. So I already had that type of exercise in my daily schedule. So I wasn't really going from ground zero. And they say that if you do not do any exercise at all, you should go for walks before you go for a run, just to get used to moving your body in that way. So I already had walked a lot before I started running, so I felt like I could just skip a few weeks, but in the end I probably shouldn't have done that. But even though I didn't reach my distance goal, I did reach other types of goals that I had that are more important in my opinion, which were also more useful. And those are I started exercising, and I did it on a regular basis, which was really the main goal, wasn't it? I wanted to exercise and I wanted to get healthy, and you know, this challenge really did help me to accomplish that part. And something that's very groundbreaking for me in this department is that I actually enjoyed the exercise. And I don't usually enjoy exercise at all, and this I really liked. So I feel like this is a very sustainable type of exercise for me that I can keep up throughout my life. And I'm already planning to go for races, and I'm already thinking about doing a marathon one day, which is in the far future, maybe in a year, maybe 2 years. But yeah, I'm very excited about this type of exercise, and that's really groundbreaking for me. And I'm really happy that this journey brought me to that type of enjoyment of exercise. And what's so fun about running, you might ask? Well, I really enjoy going into nature, and the pushing of my body just gives me a great feeling. And yeah, no other type of exercise has ever given me that feeling. Not going to the gym is just so boring to me, and I go swimming a lot as well, but and I really enjoy swimming as well, but it just doesn't, it's not the same type of feeling that you get from really pushing your body. Swimming doesn't push my body at all, because it's just more of a relaxing challenge. And the next goal that I have set for myself is to be able to actually run the 5K at the end of October. So I gave myself another month to keep running the same distance and getting my endurance up, get my endurance to this far that I can actually run 5K at the end of October. And after that I will see what I want to do. Maybe run further, maybe get quicker, maybe both. I'm seeing a lot of running TikToks as well right now that are saying that you should actually do a endurance run once a week, a speed run once a week, and a easy run once a week. So I'm going to get into that as well. And because of that, because you can always keep going further and further and further, it's really a great way for me to keep my motivation and keep going. So how do I feel? Great. Will I keep this up? Yeah, probably. And was it fun? Definitely. And I also have some tips for you when you're starting out. First of all, set a plan for yourself, and make a goal and plan the days that you're going to go for a run and what you're going to do for that run. And in that way it's way easier to get to your goal, because instead of this big looming goal that you have at the end of a certain time period, you have smaller goals that you can have smaller victories with, and keep you motivated and keep you on your goal, on your task. And I really recommend doing this. You can just find a training schedule online for free anywhere and just keep up with that, or maybe curate it a little bit to your needs. I think that's the easiest way to really successfully do this. Now, second is kind of the same thing. Make sure that you have smaller goals in between your big goals, so that you have the victories and you can keep yourself motivated. In that way you can really feel good about yourself every time you make one of these things. But make sure they are realistic, because if you keep failing at them, you will feel bad about yourself. So it's really, you gotta make sure that they are challenging for you, but also attainable. Third up, something really worked for me: treat yourself to a nice cute running outfit. This just really motivates me to get into my running outfit, and makes me feel good and makes me excited to go running. I've got this brown suit that just really looks like a Totally Spice kind of suit. I'm really sad that they don't sell it in green, but they sell something sort of similar to it, so I'm probably going to get that one as well, so I can be Sam all the way. Fourth, tell someone about what you're doing, what your goal is, so you have someone to keep accountability for you, but also so that you have someone to talk about your experiences with, because there's going to be a lot of things that are going to keep in your mind. At least for me, there was a lot of things happening that I just kept thinking about, and it's really fun and good for you to just have someone to talk about your stuff with. So I talked about this to my husband, of course, but also I had my YouTube vlog type of thing where I talked about this every day, or not every day, but every time I went on a run, and that's really fun. It was just really extra motivating that way. And talking about this can also hype you up further for it. So yeah, 5, pick a good time of year weather-wise to do this. So I picked September, and theoretically that would have been the perfect time, because it's not too hot, it's not too warm, it's not too rainy, and it will be perfect time to go for a run. So I actually started running at the beginning of summer as well, but I didn't go. I went like 3 times, and then it got really hot outside, so it wasn't really it wasn't attainable for me, at least, to go on a run when it was that hot. And when you're just starting out, that's just really not a fun time. And even though September did start off with a heat wave, it was already September, so the sun wasn't out as long during the day, and the mornings were cool enough for me to comfortably run. So yeah, I would really recommend picking a time of year to start this, if you can, if it's to start this off on an easy foot, weather-wise. At least it's something to consider. If you want to start in January and it's not the perfect weather for it, you can dress for cold. So, but I wouldn't recommend starting this in the summer like I tried to do initially. So I've been rambling on enough. No, actually there's something else I want to talk about. And that is the changes in my body that I noticed very early on. So the first thing that I noticed was my breathing. I wasn't out of breath as quickly, and I noticed this because when I drive on my own in my car, I like to sing and sing along with the lyrics of the music that's on. And I noticed that some songs where I usually cannot actually sing the entire sentence, the entire line, because I will be out of breath before the line is done, if you know what I mean. But after a few weeks only of running, this disappeared completely. I was way more able to just keep the song going. So in that way, I noticed my breathing, my lung capacity was way better. And I just felt fitter. So that's really something that could motivate you if you wanted to start running as well. But I've been rambling on enough. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you did. Leave a comment telling me something that really motivates you. And please, if you are a runner, give me some tips of what I could do to further this journey. And see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.